I was saying to my friend the other day, umuntu owathi indoda ayikhali wabhubha esathi indoda ayikhala wayezama ukuthi indoda ayikhalazi because indoda iyakhala. Nika ibe ne-message eyi-message yakho inhlungu wena oyiphilileyo ebomini orhalela uba omnye umuntu angayiphili. But then that doesn't mean go take someone else's struggle. Now I started finding myself in things I used to do when I was young, like drawing and painting and so on. And that taught me how to express in a way. I was told to never express any pains that I've ever had in life.
Don't you think also maybe, like I have a son myself, right? And I always tell my son, don't cry if you don't know what you're crying for.
If you don't know what you're crying for, I would say you have brought a dynamic view to something AI stale and irrelevant, and you transformed it and made it have meaning. I was saying to my friend the other day, umuntu owathi indoda ayikhali wabhubha esathi indoda ayikhali wayezama ukuthi indoda ayikhalazi because indoda iyakhala, and bayikhala indoda because uyibambile le nto zotuna 35 izama uqala ifamily utshatile, ezazikhalo zingaphumanga iminyaka yonke, zikhupha ngemihlobo, zikhupha ngebhotile, zikhuphe ngeviolence. You see, and that makes us get resentment and so on, and you get sick. Now when you get sick, doesn't mean you get physically sick. You get sick in the mind, you get mental illness, you get depressed.
I get you.
And many abantu who are living lives that aren't their own.
Because my grandmother growing up, she always complained about you. Like when my father wouldn't do dishes and things like that and help around the house. My father is my grandfather. So she would be like, but now I'm in front of her. She's seeing a weakness in my wife, not looking back. Damn, I wish my husband was like my son, because my son is helping out.
One thing is that people who suffer a trauma in a certain way, that's why they the trauma for a very long time. And by the time it gets past them, they become the gatekeepers of la trauma me project. Bangaziqapheli indoba benza lento bebengayithandi.
Bazi attorneys zala trauma.
Ikwa ngomakhulu bethu, ikwa ngomama bethu, specifically not one.
Let's keep it woman's mouth.
Uzothi hayibo boy kutheni ngayokhaba ibhola nabanye abafana phandle, kutheni edlala ngonodoki endlini. Qala phake imasculinity ayi-enforcewanga nguye, but nguye owenza sure uba iyaqhubekeka. You see, and I feel the African culture has never been, let me not say it hasn't been patriarchal, but the way it's being portrayed to be patriarchal is in the white man's sense, right? And it's the white man that created this thing. Now, first of all, if you look at it in an anglicized sense, we have a God that is the father of everyone, but God has no wife. You see? So, petendo tayoto. You see? Eve came from Adam's rib. So now a woman must always be dependent on the man. If you look at izinto ezenza ezilalini, kukho division of labor. You see? i-division of labor works in the sense that apho umuntu ongumama ane-power khona, indoda ayinayo ipower apho indoda ine-power, umuntu ongumama akanayo ipower apho. So ebuhlandi umuntu ongumama akakwazi uyohlaba inkomo because akazokwazi uba nawo amandla oyihandlisha loo nto. Awuno-expecta umuntu oyindoda uba akhulise i-infant ayincancise because it can't happen physically. Awuno-expecta umuntu ongumama okhulelweyo uba ahambe ayokolusa igusha nenkomo aphinde adibane nehlozi phaphandle acinge fanele uzolilwa okanye akwazi ulibaleka. Now that's how it works. It's simple logic, you see. But now they came migrant labor, the breadwinner system. Now migrant labor bebesiye ezimine. Now ipower ikulamali bazoyifumana kwezamine. Umuntu agoduke xa egodukile athenge izinto athumele imali kusekho subsistent family, and into ayithethileyo ezindoda yinto mayenzeke because once ayibambe la mali uzosafarisha wonke umuntu. Now the housewife system is something that came with the white man. Into yokotiza is something that came with the white man. Now omakoti banxila into ekuthiwa ngama-German. It comes from German. Makoti, Mark and steer. It's simple, like they put it into us. And if you were being taught how to now become an upstanding member of a community and be able to voice your concerns as a youth ekhulileyo kubukhwenkwe nokwenza izinto uziyeke izinto ezithile ubuzenze bezirong ukhethe uba okay no job ndizokwenza kanje ngoku. But now surprisingly we're getting dressed like Scottish paupers ezingathi ziyokhangela umsebenzi at factories e-Aden. Now we're being geared into thinking that we must go big for work in the mines in Gauteng, and that's all we are worth. And there's a lot that's been taken away from us, and these people that took all of this away from us put their values that were backward and then now changed out and took our values and made us look like the criminals. I'm not saying our values were the perfect ones, but our values showed more equality than what the westernized system actually gives us. Look at it, democracy. Democracy, I civilians, you tell me you're going to have 400 members of parliament who are meant to make a decision for 50 million people and argue each day to make a law, right, and agree on something. Kuzofikwa nini kwi-conclusion umuntu ene-idea yakhe yedwa uba ndifuna ibenje nakanje. But now look at the traditional way of politics. Kukho amaphakathi. A king, ikumkani, doesn't make a decision. Inkosi doesn't make a decision. Umphakathi wenza a decision and then tells the king, then king gives an order ba hake majority ye hathi ke bahlali. Then kuvunywe kuba kuzokwenza kanje. Now, boardroom, people have the mindset that umhlandi boardroom. Umhlandi ayo boardroom. Uba umhlandi boardroom yafana nento ba ekitchen boardroom nayo. Because there's equal levels of power there. Awunongena indoda nangoku bakumgidi kokwenu uyoxelela uba makwenzeke ntoni ekitchen. You're going to get hammered for it.
Yeah.
Iyafana akanokwazi udecide into ongumama uba makwenzeke ntoni ebuhlanti, and things are equally shared. But now it's only in the white man system where in the corporate sense the woman wasn't allowed for a very long time to have a say in decisive matters. Bakukho imbizo, bakukho into exoxwayo at some form of tribunal. Bantu bangomama had a say, right? And this thing continues like this. Like I said earlier, life has a duality. And we're put through these systems and we're educated just to take instruction, take instruction, take instruction. And we're never taught to question, we're never taught to disagree. And that's the thing, we never actually get any growth. Ayiboni ifani into yoba majority of billionaires azisigqibanga isikolo. Abayazi bayithathwa kanjani instruction. And they've all done something people were telling them not to do. This thing of now trying to put people through systems and not trying to let people grow individually and into what they need to
The
be.
model with education, it's all about control. They need you to know that you can do everything and what are your maximum capabilities and your minimum, so that they can assert you to the machine. It has nothing to do with your humanity and your intention. No, this has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do. You are a nomer, you are an asset that can be replaced. They still say so.
For 70, Twin Towers.
So.
In 2001, exactly to the date I created Zao, Twin Towers. Wati Mgam Siko Makwalandini. Now, Abantu are actually going back to finding their own African spirituality in a sense. Yes, some are combining it with, being conditioned by what they were raised by. But do you not see sort of like a similarity in what people would call a chakrahan and Mundu who's more in tune with the African? With my artworks.
Your art. We are about art here.
Okay, we're about art here. Okay, I'm about telling my story and trying to change the world for other people to be able to tell their story too. Because I find that a lot of us are not being allowed to live, to be who we need to be, not even who we want to be, but who we need to be. A lot of us will be told by and now you're and you'll be waking up every day, going to a job you hate, and the person who forced you into that will die, and you'll be left to live that life on eternity. So now I'm just trying to highlight the dualities of life and express my own pain in the ways I wasn't able to express it, and express my own joys in the ways I wasn't expressing, and just speak about me.